young people we accompany, the boys and the girls who live in the ghettos and the streets, have told us that the evening, the night, the dark is a time full of fear for homeless people or people without protection. The dark is a dangerous place. When the sun rises, they feel safe and they feel happy.
Na kitu moja inaniudhi sana ni best yangu fulani tulikuwa tunaenda naye nyumbani. Sasa wakati tuliachana naye hivyo, mimi nikaenda home na tukaachana naye ikuwa sawa. Wakati alitoka home, alitoka Kosovo akuwa mzuri, akakuja akafika Mlango. Akakuja akapata probox iko imesimama. Lakini hiyo probox ikisimama kuna makarao walikuwa wamejificha. Ndio akamtokelezeanga. Wakati mahali walikuja akamtokelezea ni mahali yako karibu na kwake, ni kama tu mpaka pale hivyo. Kwake ni distant kidogo tu, kama watu wamekaa pale hivyo mpaka hapa. Wakati yale kuna unajua wanaongeanga na nguvu. Simama hapo, simama hapo. Unaona? Juu watu wanasikianga wakiwa kwa maproti, si ndio akasia simama hapo. Akasimama, juu alisikia ni makarao. Sheria ya makarao ni kusimama na uinue mikono juu. Sasa si ndio alisalenda. Kusalenda, nao walikuja, badala hata wamuulize umetoka wapi, walikuja wakamwekea kisu hii side na kisu hii side nyingine, alafu akamuua. Na watu walishuhudia, kila mtu. Watu wakaanza kupiga nduru, umeua innocent. Ndio sasa hata asubuhi watu wanakuja wanapata hata kama amekufa, alikuwa amekaa hivi, ameinua mikono hivi, lakini amekufa. Hiyo ndio story tu iliuma bwana.
Kaenda kutafuta rafiki yangu, tunaenda naye PS. Kapata polisi akimpiga na rungu. Kajaribu kumwaka, kakimbizwa mbio. Akampiga, akamvunja mguu, akampiga kichwa, kadoka damu, na moja kang'oka. Kidole kajikunja. Sasa akamuumiza hapa akaenda.
We realized that these kids have trauma while in the streets, so we needed something that will make them open up.
Alfajiri is a community-based organization which is reaching out to street children and most vulnerable at-risk children in the slums of Nairobi. In Alfajiri, we have different programs to be able to achieve our goal. And these programs are, first we do rescue and rehabilitation. We call those programs transformational mentorship programs, where we have art workshops, we have martial art, we have dance, we have music, and then we also have football. All these programs, they help these young people, these children, to think about their future, think about their life beyond the streets.
We use art as therapy. So through drawing and painting, we could get them to open up, and at least they could give their story through their drawings. And with time, you get to interact with them and be friends.
So while back at home, the situation was not that quite good because my mom could not afford my school fees. I was always chased out of school. I became the blame. Every time I was beaten, accused of stealing. So the pressure was so high there. So I decided to go to the street. In the streets, I was exposed to much of drugs. and stealing, because most of my friends, what they did is steal and do drugs. But for me, I did not take much of drugs, but I used to transport them. That is the work I was doing. I did not use them, but I used to transport them from Eastleigh to Mlango Kubwa.
Hebu mwafa tumchapie. Hebu mchapie. Atidema la nani? Siongea hapo. Hiyo ni microphone.
In the street, we can see our kids are exposed to a lot of dangers in that they experience extrajudicial killings. They also experience social disintegration in that they are cut out from the society. They are also experience poisoning. A lot of them die in the process.
One incident I will always remember, it is this time, there is this woman who brought me macaroni. So he gave me the food. So after eating the food, maybe around, I walked for about 10 minutes. So I started feeling like my energy was draining off, feeling dizzy, I'm weak, trying to vomit, nothing is coming out. So I just fell on the ground. I thought I'm dead. So I had been poisoned. I came to realize this because one of my friends had just gone on such an incident who had just died.
I heard about Alfajiri's work through a friend, and that's how I found myself here. I had a bad situation at home where I ended up living in the street of Nairobi. While in the streets, I got pregnant, and after giving birth, my child passed away. I was sponsored by Alfajiri to do a course of food and beverage, where I learned baking, pastries, and catering. After finishing my catering course, I came back at Alfajiri and they employed me as their chef. I now prepare meals for the street kids who comes at Alfajiri for arts and mentorship program. I am now a professional cook and I enjoy cooking so much.
So we offer education sponsorship to these children, and some of them also offer them vocational training, those who cannot continue with the education.
Counseling is a big department for us, and we would like to work with professionals that give us the best. We have one counselor called Martin. He is a professional counselor. He has done psychology.
My name is Martin Mwariri. I'm an evangelist, I'm a counseling psychologist, I'm a community helper.
Being a former gang member, he has been fully rehabilitated.
My dad himself would introduce me to alcohol at a very young age. Whenever we'd had parties, he would give me some alcohol to drink. I started getting into gangs that were doing serious crimes, people that you see on TV and in newspapers. Many of my friends died. I got into a gang that we used to call Kamjesh. So I'm the one who was leading in Mathare North. So we went there, we used to extort money from Matatus. As you can notice, my hand, and probably even if I was to remove my cape, I have so many scars. Yeah, I got into a tussle with a certain gang that that is well known called Mungiki, and so they slashed me with machetes and beat me, left me for dead. These kids I go to visit at committee every month. I was there even last Saturday. Their kids, I understand their story. It's when I got into psychology, I started to understand these things. What is it that makes these kids get into crime? What is it that drove me even me myself to crime. And so there are those what I'm calling ACEs, adverse childhood experiences, a lot of maybe trauma when a child is growing up, and so they have a lot of pain.
Mayouth wengi kwa hii situation hawatoboi. Wengi kwa hii street wanakosanga opportunity. Si ati tujasoma, wengine wamesoma, lakini hawana mtu wa kuwashikilia, hawana kwa madhare. Bezi ama vile unaona huko watu wananyongwa. Manjege ile side naona wanabakisha maboy bado na wapea mboko. Alafu hapa kuna flower, unaona. Saa mimi nilichora tu. Tu ni uona. Vile watu tu baki.
Shika kila mtu eh? Okay, os. Koda.
Jina naitwa Lucas Wanyama. Whatever I'm doing, I'm passing on what I have. But one day, tutakuja kuona impact through karate. Inatusaidia kusaidia kubuild muscle toning, blood circulation, relaxation, mtu ana relax kabisa, na pia mtu anakuwa na peace of mind. Karate imenisaidia kubadilisha life ya vijana wengi sana.
Everybody, look at me. Open left. 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 Like this.
Here in Alfajiri, there are certain young men that have been taken through counseling and guidance, and through the experiences that I've had, I'm able to listen to them. There's what we call UPR, unconditional positive regard. So as they are sharing their stories, I'm able to identify and just give them that space to be able just to express and to reach out even to, face those traumas.
Moja ndio hapa. Loi moja. Hizi ndio painting zangu. Na hii ndio mimi niko na hope ndio nilitoka kwa street. Kama mimi singeamua kuchora, ningekuwa tu kwa street hadi wa leo. Hii ndio painting yangu sasa. The moment that I interacted with the art workshop at Pangani, that is the time I realized I did not need to stay in street anymore. Saizi I'm a student at Cooperative University, so I'm just doing public relations.
I'm Joshua Ndegwa. Currently I'm a banker. I'm a scholarship management officer. I'm a financial analyst, data scientist, I can say. I'm a proud beneficiary of Alfajiri street home. They could pay my rent, they could pay my shopping, they could also facilitate my travel, my miscellaneous expenses at the campus. So Alfajiri, I can say Alfajiri has really supported me. They have really encouraged me. Alfajiri have been part and parcel of my life, because even getting that opportunity, it's through them. They used to encourage me. You know that moment you finish school and then maybe you have that vision like, I'm going to finish school and then I'm going to get a job. and then you don't get that job, you get frustrated, you get depressed, and so right now currently like mental health issues are a big challenge to many youths. Like people, young people are depressed, they don't have that moral support. Even if you give them moral support and you don't give them maybe something to live on, to keep on pushing, they keep on they become desperate, they indulge in drugs and other things. But for me, Alfajiri have stood with me through that journey. I have a weird story, I can say. Like Alfajiri at some point, they paid for my therapy. They said like, you're gonna, like, they believe in me, like they feel they had in me so amazing. So at some point they were like, we believe in you, we're gonna pay for your therapy. You have those trauma experiences, so we are supporting you to start this journey of wellness, so that won't affect you in future.
Because now we have started our outreach. Apart from the streets, we are doing it in the prisons, in the correctional centers. And we found that it's something that is so impactful because of the consistency. Doing whatever we do in Alfajiri to help these street kids reform and get a better chance in life, it's something so fulfilling.
We have seen many transformations through this work of music, painting, art and sport, martial arts, and the joy that it brings to them, which changes them and through this, the community.
Those young kids in the streets screaming selfish. But your human don't feel us, they call us the drug dealers, the police, the leather killers. When we die in the street, I shed tears. Cause brothers in the street, they be living in fear. The government a shit, they be pretending to care, we be tormented. Living with the vultures, check up in the street, some kids are died torture. Killed in the street, when we get the bigger things we can do. What's the matter with you? If you don't wanna hear the truth, you gotta change your ways, cause we're trapped in a living hell. Still innocent until they found us guilty. But in the street, there's some people think we're filthy. I'm asking. If you win the battle, they shoot the bullets in your back. If you are responsible for other innocent death, they confess, cause you got to suffer till your last breath. Last breath. Still innocent until they found us guilty. But in the street, there's some people think we're filthy. Why, oh why, should we live this kind of life?